Over the years, beef producers across the country have embraced the Beef Quality Assurance Program, also known as BQA, in part because it's a way to keep beef demand strong. Here to talk more about the BQA program is Josh White, Senior Executive Director of Producer Education and Sustainability for NCBA. Josh, how does the BQA program work to improve both the quality and the safety of the beef we produce, and why is that important to our industry?
Yeah, BQA from the beginning has been all about connecting our mindset on the farm or ranch to the end product, right? We're raising beef ultimately, so how do those everyday cattle management practices help us deliver the highest quality product to consumers? I mean, after all, the kind of why does it matter? All those dollars that come into the beef industry originate with someone deciding to buy and eat some beef, and we want that to be an outstanding experience every time. You know, we've had a fantastic quality revolution,
yes,
I would say, in the last 25 years in the beef industry, and BQA has been a big part of that.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that your team has done extraordinarily well is made it just incredibly easy to get your BQA certification. Tell us about some of the ways that producers can become BQA certified.
Well, I always lead with in-person certification because the best experience, in my opinion, is getting hands-on experience around an in-person BQA certification in your state, if that's available. You know, there's just something valuable, not only about hearing from the experts, but also visiting with your fellow producers, picking up ideas. And as we become a more digitized world, maybe we need to just see one another and hang out a little bit too. So that's my first recommendation. And then, of course, online, we have tremendous resources that allow you to get certified on BQA. And then we've launched a new continuing ed platform, a continuing education platform that if you are certified and in our system, it unlocks the doors to our CE platform. So for those to get recertified with continuing ed.
That's outstanding. And we should also mention there's actually a BQA Awards program.
That's right. For years, more than a decade now, we've recognized outstanding producers in every sector, as well as a marketer and educator each year. And I think it's important this day, you know, there can be a lot of negativity out there. How do we recognize those folks that are doing the right thing and setting a great example? And it also helps us elevate some spokespeople and new leaders in the program, and spokespeople all the way to the consumer too. Consumers are more curious today than ever about where their food comes from. And what better way than to recognize outstanding producers that follow BQA guidelines to promote to consumers as well.
Yeah, they really are inspirational stories and incredible producers that you recognize. Thank you for coming to the show and sharing with us a little bit about this very, very critically important program to the beef industry.
Absolutely.
As Josh just mentioned, each year NCBA recognizes farms, ranches, and individuals who demonstrate excellence in implementing the beef quality assurance principles. Here's a look at the 2025 BQA Award winners.
Heali Ikaina Hekawa Kekanaka, which translates as the land is chief and the man is its servant. I feel that the beef quality assurance program, we're ensuring that the end product is, you know, of a higher standard because we hold ourselves to a higher standard.
Beef quality assurance is a set of standards, a set of practices that we implement here at Parker Ranch as cow-calf operators to ensure that this segment of the production cycle is being done appropriately so that the next segment can be successful.
When we handle our animals right, everything seems to go better for everybody. So we appreciate the fact that whether it's our horses or our cattle, you know, it's a partnership and we're trying to get the job done together. And like any team, at the end of the day, if you feel like you've done a good job, it's because you had a good partnership.
Big Small to me means I want to be able to raise 100,000 animals like I would raise 10. And same with employees. If I have 1,000 employees, I want to be able to treat them the same as if I had 5 or 10 of them.
We've trained close to 100% of our employees, whether it's a new employee who's never worked on a calf ranch before, or if it's one of our employees that's been here for 15 or 20 years.
We think beef QA is really important for the industry, and we're striving to open up what we're doing to get ideas from the industry and then improve year on year.
BQA is important to me and our farm because it's a way for us to show the consumer that we're following specific practices to ensure the health, comfort, well-being of our cows. That step in between us and the consumer that helps that consumer feel confident that our animals are well taken care of.
To see our cows thrive and being able to produce high-quality products, whether that is milk or beef, that's one of our major joys in life.
The BQA principles are important from start to finish of a beef's lifespan, right? And anyone is able to walk into this market. Anyone's able to come to the auction when it's open, and they can sit right here in these seats and watch how these cattle are marketed. These animals are handled correctly. They're not stressed out as they're getting sold and moved onto a semi-truck or unloaded and brought here.
You handle them and handle them right, there's going to be less stress on them. You know, get them on the truck, get them to the feed yard where they need to be, and they should be a better act to go to work for you.
One of the reasons we looked at BQA is there's a small premium for those who are BQA certified. One of the things we try to do to our employees is just teach them how to handle. That's important around here. The better handling practices we have, the more efficient our sale barn runs. All that adds up and brings more quality and more value to their product.
There's never going to be a day where we do everything perfectly. Perfect doesn't exist.
There's no successful sovereign country anywhere in the world where education is not an important aspect of the culture. It's true in an individual industry like the beef industry. If we want to change behaviors that help improve the industry on a continual basis, we have to be willing to educate. The BQA program is unique in one aspect, and it's the first voluntary program that I'm aware of that was implemented to try and improve the value of the final product. If you look at what has happened relative to pricing and even considering inflation, there is more demand for beef at a higher price, relatively speaking, than there was in 1991. And so BQA is and will remain a hugely important aspect of what the checkoff funds and what beef producers do on a daily basis.